There's a villager in the air up there. I don't even know. This is Minecraft for you. Hello everybody, it's PomPom, and welcome to come and see what I've been doing the last couple of weeks while I have been absent on YouTube. This is the reason why I haven't been putting out videos. So I joined a friend's survival server, and this is the little village that we sort of spawned in, and I decided that I would build a monstrosity as I normally do. So this is my survival build. And yes, this is what I've been doing in the school holidays, because school holidays gets rather busy for me. So I built up on this hill and I claimed this hill for my own. I built a garden and I took inspiration from one of my favorite YouTubers, who's a Minecraft YouTuber called Grianne. So thank you very much, Grianne, for helping me out with some of these ideas. Oh, I got a llama and a chicken in a boat. So the waterfall and the pond wasn't here, I created these. Now as far as gardens go, vines are great, sugar canes are great, putting little things of wheat around adds a little pop of colour, and the pumpkins. I always find that I do that around the water side of things, because obviously you need water to keep the wheat and the sugar cane stuff there. The path, I used gravel, stone pressure plates, and stone buttons, and a hell of a lot of bone meal to get all the weeds everywhere. My lampposts are just stone fence, oak wood fence, and lanterns on the top. Lanterns were a great addition. Then also I put the little muddy patches by just using there's a villager in the air up there. I don't even know. This is Minecraft for you. By using the shovel, you can make the ground like that. Just a little stone seating area with some glass on top. I originally used wood stairs to make the seats, but they decided to burst spontaneously into flames, so that didn't work very well. So that's a little village that we spawned into over there. And the villager is still floating in the air, which is fantastic. Love it. Now these statues here, I took inspiration from a photo of a build that I saw someone do, and so I tried to imitate them in my own way. I think they turned out pretty nicely. I used different blocks of stone just to give it that sort of like worn down effect. Cobblestone, stone bricks, moss stone, you know the works. And then just placing the stairs and stuff to make it look like fingers and feet. And then the vines, I like using vines as well. So when you make a garden, you have to make sure that the path leads them to where you want to be. This is another idea of a photo that I saw, and I love the idea of using the cauldron as the bucket. I thought that was really, really cool. Yeah. And then I did this little pavilion thing here. I find that using different stones is like definitely the way to go. Adds a new dimension. Also, water blocking is now a thing, so that's actually water in stone slabs at the bottom there, so you can walk through and there's no pesky jumping anymore. This yeah, if you haven't used water blocking before in any of your Minecraft builds, I suggest you look up some videos on it. You can make some fantastic things out of it. So there we go, there's my monstrosity of a house, which I am labeling a community center. The roof is awful. I would redo the roof, but trying to do roofs in survival, it's just a nightmare. It really is. It's like, you go up so high and you have to crouch all the time, and my fingers were getting sore. So this is the chest room of the community center. So I love the fact that you can now just shift and place the, what are they called? You know, the item frames onto the chest now, instead of doing that trick that you used to have to do where you put the block behind the item frame and then you put the item frame on the block and then you have to quickly switch the block out with the chest. God, that was a nightmare. But yeah. The fence wasn't originally here, but there were creepers that were spawning in the house, so someone kindly put a fence around there, which was great. Yes, I love building up in the snow. You know how hard it is to build up in the snow sometimes when you don't have a roof on? And this is going to be my netherrack and potion making room. There's my little water source there. Love using a lot of trapdoors. I use a lot of trapdoors in my builds for some reason. And then in here is going to be someone's left a cake. In here's going to be the enchanting room. So as you can see, I've already laid out where the bookshelves and everything are going to go. And it's just a little crafting thingy here the whole way through. Yeah. I build the building and then decide what to put in it. So this is going to be like a little bar. I might try to make a little chandelier thingy up there. This is going to be like the little bar / restaurant kind of thing. I want to get some pickles, sea pickles, because when you sort of like place sea pickles out of water, they look like cups. So I'm going to do that. I put trapdoors under here as a shelf. Now I made the floor, the main floor of this room is slabs. And then any higher parts are full blocks. So you have to place full blocks. So I made that little awning thing there. I don't know what you call it. It looks pretty cool. Now these are just upside down stair, 2 trapdoors and a piece of carpet just to make it look pretty. I thought I'd do like a few of these around so you can see that the floor is only a slab high. It makes it look cool. Yeah, just a big table. You know how much glass I needed to do this? Oh, and you know what was funny? So I accidentally left fire spread on and lightning hit the entire roof. Which was fantastic because I pretty much lost half the roof. Which was great. It was good fun. I was panicking. I had to replace the whole thing. See the wooden floor there. Oh, now this is the staircase downwards. I did the whole staircase downwards like this in case people weren't too keen on the water elevator. But I like the water elevator. It's so much quicker. So the water elevator is basically just a block of water and a sign, a block of water and a sign, a block of water and a sign, etc. And then you can just press shift to go down really quickly, and it's definitely a much more quicker way of transporting your way down here instead of going down the spiral staircase. Now under here, I tend to build a lot of rooms underneath things, because I mine and gather resources while creating big rooms underground, and that's what I've been doing. Under this room is a giant ravine, and so actually doing this room was a lot more harder than it looks. Yeah, so lighting the floor, I just put lighting on the walls is basically just columns of stone staircases and all sorts of things like that. Yeah, and then I bumped into a mob spawner on the way down, so I decided to sort of try and make it part of the build and not look too hideous. I should have actually made it out of different stones and stuff like that to make it look real good, but oh well. Yeah, and then I did like the usual, putting different blocks of stones on the floor and stuff like that. There's gravel around there. Try to get some grass down here to make it look good. So this is where I'm gonna try and lure some villagers down. So I've got my gardens down here. The water's under the stone slabs which are there, which I find is good because then it stops the villagers from trying to jump, which is handy. And then, so this is with all 4 corners, it's like a square, so all 4 corners are like this. And then they have their little houses and stuff like that. It's basically just a rabbit run, really. It's just a rabbit run for the villagers with the doors so that they can breed. Yeah, this was good fun, considering that there was the ravine as well. It was great. Yeah, so this runs all the way around in a square. And then there are certain tracks and paths that are going to lead underneath this, which the villagers don't have access to. The villagers only have access to this rabbit run and also the gardens outside. Yeah. I love how they've put this back into the game where the fences don't connect, because you can walk through them, but livestock can't, and I'm hoping that villagers can't either. So underneath here, where I just looked at, are going to run 4 railway tracks, one to the north, south, east and west, and they're going to go in a straight line. I've only done one so far, but they're going to run in a straight line, hoping to sort of like help people have access to different biomes. Yeah. And digging my way through this, it was interesting. It was a lot of time. It's very time consuming doing something like this. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm going to shut up, I'm going to let you listen to some music, and I'm going to fast forward this so that you don't have to wait the entire time. Yes, the only problem with having outside railway tracks is the creepers. I've already had a few explode the railway tracks. Not great fun. Oh no, we're going towards the big black hole of doom. So this was great because it gave us access to, quick and easy access to the coral reefs and all the underwater stuff, which was fantastic. The only problem is that we get dolphins that will try and ride alongside you, and then they'll jump onto the train tracks and try and, well, the minecart tracks and try and pretend to be minecarts, and they die because you can't, they breach themselves just to have a little bit of fun with you. Not great. See, there's dolphins. And we found a underwater temple, which is good fun. I think a couple of people have explored it, but they didn't have the right equipment, so I don't know if they managed to get much from it. I don't think there's too much point to them. You don't get any like massively good loot. Oh, there we go. See, look, did you see that? Dead dolphin. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know if you get too much loot from sea temples. We've got ice biome over there. And go back into the coral reef over here, which is great. So far we've accessed through this rail car a few more biomes. You've got all the ocean biomes, you've got the ice biome. I think there's a redwood biome over off in the distance as well, so I'll be happy to explore that and grab some new materials from that. Should be fun. Why do I do these big builds? I don't know. I find them therapeutic. I find that if I get too stressed in life, sitting down and creating order and creating architectural structures with sort of like discipline kind of things and symmetric kind of things. It's like creating order out of chaos, and if I can't create order in my brain, which sometimes I can't, I create it in a game. So sometimes you'll see me disappear and the next thing you'll know, bam, huge Minecraft build. Yes, it's my stress build. Oh no, dolphin! Oh, see, look, see, told you. They think that they are minecarts. And so they try and go along the rails as well. And then that happens. Oh, the poor things. Oh well. Yes. Anyway, so this ends in the ice biome, so I will get back into recording shortly. I hope you guys haven't missed me too much. And once I've finished my stress building and I'm feeling much more at peace with things, I will start up recording again, and you can be sure to have some more wacky indie games from me that no one's ever heard of. And thank you guys for hanging out, waiting around for me. I know my consistency is not that great, but I will get there. So thank you all very much, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye everybody!